This is Primetime Sports, WGNS Murfreesboro, on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, streaming worldwide on WGNSSports.com, and always at the game. The game.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Since 1947, WGNS has been proud to bring you coverage of Rutherford County high school sports.
Lady Bulldogs are state champions in 2013.
Riverdale wins this one, and they're the state champions, back-to-back championships, and listen to this crowd.
WGNS Primetime Sports is proud to bring you tonight's featured game on State Farm Prep Sports.
In double overtime in a Rutherford County classic, the Blackman Lady Blaze go back-to-back. We may never see this again. What a game. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss! The Single Stars are the state champions in baseball. What an inning. He struck out the side. Can you believe that?
TAB award-winning veteran broadcasters Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, and the Primetime Sports team are standing by to take you to the game.
And the Middle Tennessee Christian School Cougars are state champions here in 2023.
He's got it. And Eagleville has won a state championship in baseball, and they did it really convincingly.
The Oakland Patriots have won back-to-back-to-back state titles. Their 7th state championship.
Now, let's get to tonight's prep game on News Radio WGNS.
And good morning. Yep, it's morning, all right, and it's beautiful skies out there this morning. We're going to have the game between Stewarts Creek and Green Hill in softball today from the Spring Fling here at Starplex. I'm John Dinges along with Brian Barrett here on the Primetime Sports Countdown to First Pitch, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. They've helped thousands of people get the legal help they need when they've needed it the most. And if you've been injured, you can call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation. Well, Brian, we have softball. We were going to try it yesterday, but the weather didn't cooperate, and some really good decisions were made because I don't think any game could have gotten in today or yesterday without some problems.
Yeah, they did get some of the other sports in, but baseball and softball, nothing. I think they did get a little bit of soccer in. They moved some of that indoors in tennis and some of that, but yesterday afternoon with all the storms, there was just no way. And then when you're bringing this many people, thousands of people into several different facilities, and the forecast, it was a really good decision to do that. Now they're going to do their best. Everything in baseball has been shifted today. So baseball starts today. They'll play the championships on Saturday. They may change that schedule a little bit. But softball, the reason Stewarts Creek's going to have to play 2 games today, win or lose, because, just everybody's going to have to play 2 today. They're going to try to get this tournament, the championship game, on Friday.
In fact, as we speak, they're working on the field out there in the outfield. I'm just shocked at the infield because there's no tarps here at Starplex, so they had to get up early this morning and get things operated. It's ready for the countdown to first pitch, sponsored by our law offices of John Day. Rick's Barbecue County Roundup. They serve up fresh, never frozen meats, slow smoke, the old-fashioned way over real hickory wood. Whether it's pork, chicken, beef, you'll taste the difference in every bite. Don't forget to try fan favorites like wings, slaw dogs, and loaded baked potatoes. From the pit to your plate, Rick's Barbecue is ready to serve up a meal you won't forget. Stop by today on Warrior Drive, just off South Church Street, and taste the tradition. Other games going on. Brian, you've got them, and unfortunately we can only do one game at a time, and we're here with Stewarts Creek, but there are other games going to be played today.
Most certainly. Today, of course, Stewarts Creek will play here at 9:30, and then they will turn around and play, again, win or lose, at 3:30 this afternoon right here at Starplex. Eagleville is in action in softball. They're going to play their games over at McKnight today, and I'll give you a little deeper detail on those because those brackets did totally change from what I had printed. But baseball, you've got 3 baseball teams, Blackman, Siegel, and Eagleville. Blackman will kick things off over at the Oakland site this afternoon at 4 o'clock versus Green Hill. And then the game we plan to do this evening, Siegel and Rossview, that'll be a 6:30 or so airtime from Siegel this evening. And Eagleville plays at 4 o'clock this afternoon. They will play East Robertson. They are playing on their home field. So 5 teams total. Eagleville's playing North Green, and they're in the bracket with Joe Burns and others. So going to be an interesting tournament for sure.
All right, that's a look at our Rick's Barbecue County Roundup. Let's take a look at the lineups for today's game early this morning. Brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates. First of all, for Green Hill, Reagan Walter will lead it off and play shortstop. Kendall Davis is in center field, batting second. At third base, hitting third, Avery Stockwell. Chesney Whipker will be at second base. She'll be the cleanup hitter. Keelan Barnes in left field will bat fifth. Taylor Watson will be at first base. She'll hit sixth. Batting seventh, Jayla Page in the right and play right field. Julia O'Donnell is the designated player, and she will be number 32 in the uniform today. Alex Frost will do the catching, bat ninth, and Chloe Marseille, is the pitcher.
Marseille.
Yeah. I knew I'd almost messed that up.
That sounds fancy.
It is fancy. It's French. Reagan Walter, Davis, Stockwell, the first 3. Whipker, Burns, Watson, Page, O'Donnell, and Frost is your lineup for Green Hill. Now for Stewarts Creek, the Red Hawks. Chloe Quiggle will lead it off and play shortstop. Jalen Stembridge will be in center field, batting second. Samaya Sanderford will be at third base, hitting third. Jaden Brawley will be the pitcher and bat cleanup. Lexi Pope in left field will bat fifth. Addison Brawley will be in right field, hitting sixth. Elena Wilson will be in first base, bat seventh. Riley Willis will do the catching, bat eighth. Lily Fox at second base and bat ninth. And throughout the postseason, the bottom of this order has been really on fire for Stewarts Creek. And if you can get the 7, 8, 9 hitters to get on base, boy, that's some good stuff. That's good news. So it'll be Quiggle, Stembridge, and Sandifer, Brawley, Pope, and Brawley, Wilson, Willis, and Fox. And those are your starting lineups, brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company. That's Josh Houston and Associates, by the way. The umpires are meeting at home plate. I have no idea if they have a national anthem today, but we'll talk until we figure out what's going on here.
I'm not 100% sure if they do that either. We spend in spring sports all of our time really focusing on softball and baseball, but there are others from Rutherford County that have made it. Again, softball, Eagleville and Stewarts Creek, baseball, Eagleville, Blackman, and Siegel. But in baseball, you've got Rich LaLance from Siegel and the doubles duo of Smith and Shaw from Central Magnet competing in the tournament, and the girls doubles LaLance and Zolt for tennis here in Rutherford County. Soccer, Siegel Soccer in the state tournament. Lots of track and field. I'm telling you, just a ton. Blackman's got representatives here. Riverdale, Oakland, Laverne, Rockvale, Siegel, Smyrna. So that's just about everybody, I guess. And competing in the 100-meter, 4x200, the 800-meter, all the different track and field events for sure. Pole vaulting. So all of the schools represented, and all the track and field activities take place over at the Dean Hayes Track and Soccer Complex over on the MTSU campus. I do think they got some of their activities in yesterday because they started very early, and in fact track takes so long to get through, John. They have some events on Monday, especially I can't remember the categories now, but regardless, so a lot going on here in Rutherford County, and I know it's a day delayed, but you could not really ask for much better weather than what we're going to have today.
Well, actually, it's a little cool if you're outside. We're nice and toasty up here, but we've got the sun beaming down on us. That'll get better in a little bit, but it's a beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky, really, and I think it's going to be that way for today and tomorrow. I think Friday's a little iffy, maybe.
Yeah.
You're the weather guy. I thought I'd throw it at you.
I was just looking at
daydreaming.
No, the umpires down there were giving me signals, or giving us signals up here, and there was nobody to respond. So anyway, I think we've got a little rain chance on Saturday too. Friday, my forecast says maybe a 20% chance on Thursday, scattered in the afternoon. Friday looks like 72 and no rain chance, and a 35% rain chance on Saturday. So I think we can deal with that.
Yeah, you can deal with showers and intermittent, that kind of thing. But yesterday was a whole different ball game. And what to do with 4,000 or 5,000 people that are here, and if you get lightning delays or tornado warnings or tornado watch, that's just too much to handle. So I think they did the right thing.
Yeah, and, the baseball games are held at Rutherford County school facilities. Oakland and Siegel and Eagleville, all of the high school baseball facilities host. And the county policy is if there's a tornado watch, there are no outdoor activities. So if you're in the middle of a game, no activities. And, this stuff came through, about 4:35 o'clock or so, somewhere around in there. And
we had a lot of rain that morning, too,
right
around 11 as well.
And the games were supposed to start at 4 o'clock for baseball, and we were already under a watch at that time. So I think it was preemptive. The problem with pushing everything back one day in baseball, it sounds good in theory and your brackets are all set. You just move everything. They spent hours yesterday reshuffling the deck on softball. They have more fields here, but they had to get them all ready by today, so that's a totally different story. But we were just hearing Green Hill has their graduation, and they do theirs at MTSU. You may not realize this, all Rutherford County schools graduate, but the reason they graduate so early is everybody else, around Middle Tennessee uses their facility for that. And they graduate on Saturday. I think 3 Wilson County schools have their graduations at MTSU. So you've got graduation traffic at Middle. You would have baseball championship traffic at Middle. What if your team's playing in the state championship and it's graduation? All of those things. And so look for information about the championship games. There could be some reshuffling of baseball championships here in the next day or two, I would think.
I think there's some discussion about the field conditions right now. The home plate umpire has kind of gone over to some spots to check them and see if it won't take long for this to dry up with the wind blowing. It's blowing rather heavy. And if that doesn't do it, the airplanes that are flying by will bring a big gust of wind. I feel like I'm at LaGuardia Airport in New York.
Well,
the Mets have to face that. Now WGNS has to face it.
Well, see, you've reached big time. Ben Ingram and John Dinkins at the airport. But, we can actually, from our vantage point at Field 1, when we look out across Field 1, we see the Murfreesboro Airport runway. So it's right here as they take off.
We hear them more than we see them, actually.
Well, yeah, we can hear them. But, when we do games over at MTCS and even some over at Oakland, we get some airport noise, but we're not right here on it,
Brian, the umpires keep looking up here at us. So I'm going to give that. I'm going to point to this guy right here.
We're going to point right over here, and
we don't know what they're saying. Yeah.
Here is the guy in charge, Chuck McAlpin. He's going to go down. Listen to what Chuck's got going on today. He's the softball director, right? So as he directs softball, there's a radio legend right here behind you. Did you know Paul Tinkle?
I can't move my neck that far.
Oh, okay.
I'm 68 years old.
But yeah.
Let's just interrupt this broadcast
yes, sir.
for a moment and simply say what a great job you folks did for Murfreesboro, for Rutherford County last night. I loved it, listened to it, took every note that you folks shared with us, and thank you so much for WGNS for taking care of their local community with wonderful weather information last night. Thank you.
Well, thank you. That's very nice.
Oh, he was a lot nicer than I would have been. You had some computer problems. A little bit.
There are all kinds of problems.
But it was very good.
You get that in live broadcast for sure. But, yeah, we definitely had quite the interesting weather day. His son, Jordan, used to work at Nashville Sports Radio and go to church together, so know Jordan pretty well. And so
well, you're a name dropper, aren't you?
Yeah, a little bit.
You drop names, big time.
Why not? But So what were we even talking about?
Well, I don't know. We're waiting on something, and
it was the fence. Is that? What
and our buddy up here hasn't been able to help them. Whatever they're something about the fence. Yeah, I don't know. But huge crowd here today.
They've got carts coming out, and now there's more of that quick drive.
Yeah, I think that's the issue. Let's take a timeout, and we'll be back to further discuss the condition of the field as we continue here on State Farm Prep Softball. It's state tournament time.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Hurry up and try new Little Caesars Crazy Puffs. They're 4 fun-sized puffs packed with layers of pepperoni, cheese, and sauce, and only $3.99. So what are you waiting for? Try them now.
You heard him. We need to go try these new Little Caesars Crazy Puffs right now.
Stop it! Drive like the wind, Debbie. Enjoy delicious new Crazy Puffs on the go for just $3.99. Only at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Renters. When you combine State Farm, auto, and renter's insurance, you will save money. I'm State Farm agent Celeste Middleton, and I'd love to talk to you about combining your auto and renter's insurance to help you save. Call me 615-895-2700.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck, duck, goose. You'd do anything to protect your kids. I'm State Farm agent Dana Womack, and it's important to protect them with life insurance. I can make it easy and affordable for you to protect your family.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
Whether it's the blazing heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter, let the Rheem Pro professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Conditioning on West College Street keep your home or business comfortable year-round. We service all major brands and in most cases offer same-day service. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your Rheem Pro partner heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Softball.
Check out WGNSSports.com for the latest prep and MTSU sports news, schedule, podcasts, and more. That's WGNSSports.com. John Dinkins along with Brian Barrett with you, and we are going to play ball here. We've got, they had to do a little bit of manicuring of the behind home plate, that area there. I was down there with the dugout, and it is kind of wet down through there, so doing a little bit more manicuring. But we're about ready to get this bad boy started, and it's Stewarts Creek against Green Hill. Jaden Brawley's getting in her warm-up tosses, and here with the play-by-play story, Brian Barrett.
All right, John, glad to be here from Spring Fling 32. Spring Fling, you're going to get a lot of it today. So when we're done here, we probably are going to be done just a little bit before Spring Fling HQ, but Chip Walters will take over Spring Fling HQ at noon. And noon to 6 today for Spring Fling HQ, which you'll be able to hear as you're driving around from venue to venue, thanks to Toots Good Food and Fun, Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home, and Wilson Bank and Trust here locally. And with that being said, win or lose this game, you play at 3:30, and we plan to do that one. And then a quick turnaround to head over to Siegel, as Siegel and Rossview play in baseball tonight. So we've got an opening triple header for you today. And Jackson Smith's along for the ride with all of us. So,
oh, wow.
Yep.
Bless his heart.
Reagan Walter, the batter, she steps in, and the first pitch is in for a strike called, and we're underway at 9:32. With all of that, still just 2 minutes behind. Brawley gets the sign here. Tell you a little bit more about the field after this pitch. Outside, 1-1 strike. So they do have temporary fences, so if the ball hits the ground and bounces over the fence, it's a ground rule double. And another point about the Starplex after this, 1-1. Right back to Brawley. Underhand toss over to first. to Wilson for out number 1 of the game. John, the backstop there is what, maybe 6-8 feet. It's very small back here to the chain link fence. And if you hit a foul ball, there's a net that goes over just right almost in front of the plate. So you're not going to get many foul balls back. So the catcher has a little different duty today. It's
not going to get any pop-ups at all.
Yeah. Catcher's probably not going to record that many outs unless it's a strikeout throwout situation.
And also trying to come home from third is going to be very difficult.
Kendall Davis, the center fielder. And the 1-0 to her. Just a little low, I guess. Brawley, every time she makes a pitch, continuing to manicure the pitcher's circle out there. You can see some areas where it's damp, but I'm telling you, I still had water standing in my yard, and I live as the crow flies just a few miles. This pitch outside, and it's a 3-0 count to Davis. See what Brawley comes back here with. I honestly don't know what Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation does to get these fields in a playable condition.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing because there are no tarps.
3-0 inside, and so it's a one-out walk of Kendall Davis. And that'll bring up Avery Stockwell, of course, top of the order here, just underway. No score between the Green Hill Hawks and the Stewarts Creek Redhawks. So the Hawks are going to win today. We just hope it's the Redhawks. This pitch low. These two teams, John, have really had some battles. The best two teams in Middle Tennessee, a lot of people think, would put Oakland in that mix. And they had some battles last year. Of course, Stewarts Creek got to the state championship game. Strike across on the outer corner.
Yeah, Oakland had a tough defeat, 1-0 loss, and
that was a walk-off.
And or they would have been here.
Yep. Brawley looking into the dugout, gets the sign, and the 1-1 on the way. Just a bit outside and high.
Now I think around the rubber, you have to kind of worry about the conditions. It looks dry. We don't know. We're not down there, so it might be a little different for them. Just kind of getting used to it, for one thing.
Yeah, a little bit behind the rubber, it looks a little sticky maybe. Pitch is low, and Brawley not getting any favors here, is she? She's been around the plate.
We're not at as good an advantage in terms of figuring out if it's a strike or not, but yeah, she's close.
She's around the plate for sure. It's a 3-1 count to Stockwell. The pitch lost her. So back-to-back walks, and Green Hill has a little something brewing here. Top of the first. We need some outs. Davis goes to second. Stockwell at first for Chesney Whipker. I remember Chesney from last year, cleanup batter. Second baseman. A little spitfire out there. And now time called for what? Not sure. Everybody's back. The pitch. Low. And now Coach Fernandez coming out of the dugout. Well, this is a big batter to get right here, don't you think?
Yeah, this is, and the important thing, you don't want to give up any more like walks. So those are killers in a situation like this.
Even putting the ball in play is better than walks because at least you have a chance for an out. And Coach Fernandez.
That's good.
Huh?
That's good. Well, that's good saying there.
Coach Fernandez is doing a little manicuring in front of the rubber as well. I think this maybe is to calm some nerves. Brawley is, it's not like she's unaccustomed to these type situations, John, but.
No, I do think the rubber is a little bit of an issue right now. Not that it's in bad shape. I just I think the feel for her is a little different.
Yeah. By the way, they flip a coin to see who's home and away. I didn't mention that earlier, and Stewarts Creek won the coin toss, so that's why they're the home team and bat in the bottom of the innings. 1-0, showed bunt, and went around for a strike called. Whipker with Kaylin Burns on deck. Runners at first and second for Green Hill. We're just underway, top of the first. No score, but Green Hill with 2 on. Popped up, center field. Stembridge gets it, throws to third to keep anyone from advancing, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered for Stewarts Creek.
Well, one thing good, she got the first out of the inning, and that's always important. So now you've got 2 out and a chance to get out of it with no damage.
Well, that does bring up Burns. Green Hill, a fine season, 33-3-2. Stewarts Creek, an equally fine season at 27-7-1. First pitch of ball. One of Stewarts Creek's 7 losses this year was to Green Hill in a 3-2 game in a tournament. I think it was a tournament. I know they played. And the talented freshman pitcher, Cadence Mashburn, was in the circle for that game. A ball for a 2-0 count. Last year in the state tournament, I think it was 8-7 in the game that sent Green Hill to the losers bracket. 2-0, foul back behind the plate.
Helped her out there.
Yeah, gets the first strike on the board. 2 away here in the top of the first, 2 on by a walk, back-to-back walks. And the 2-1, here it is. Popped up left side, pretty well hit though. It is going to be over the fence and out of here. A 3-run homer by Kaylin Burns.
She was sitting on that ball. She knew she had to get a ball over the plate, and she creamed it. There wasn't any doubt about that, fence or no fence.
No doubt. I mean, it went up against the permanent outfield fence. So Green Hill puts a 3 spot on the board here early in this one.
Well, you're in an early deficit, but the good thing is it's really early.
It is early as could be. And that does clean the bases. So need an out. Get out of this inning with no further damage. I think that was a ball, 1-0. The batter, Taylor Watson. And another ball thrown.
I think everything is dropping down and on the plate is low.
This has not been the start I'm sure Brawley wanted, but settle in here. Hopefully, there's a strike. And Marseille will have the same thing to deal with. And she gets out there. Need 2 more strikes to get to that point, though. The pitch, swung on and missed. Maybe got a very small piece of that one. So they've got all the fields here going, and McKnight getting underway. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. 3 runs in for Green Hill. The pitch, slapped foul down the third base side.
There's a change up there. My biggest problem here at Starplex is finding my car after I've gotten here, and
I saw you checked out.
Turned around. I always get turned around with these fields, the way it's.
They all look the same, and which is the way out. I saw you took a tour of all the parking areas just to see where to go.
I really thought you wanted me to park down even further, but they were handicap parking down there, so I had to come back. That's the best. That's the best way to enter, really.
Yeah, and that's like right there.
It's just flat. It's just like flat. Of course, we have entered during the Rocky Mountain climb up the hill. That's a tough one.
That's the super secret entrance
with a rolling cart.
Yeah. I think we made a good parking choice for sure. Outside, trying to get her to fish a little bit. So the count goes full, long at bat for Taylor Watson here. It has been a long inning here for Stewarts Creek too, but one more strike to get out of it. It's low, and it's the third walk of the inning. We'll give Watson credit. Fouled away a couple. Third walk of the inning there now, and brings up the seventh batter of the inning in Jayla Page. So got the first out real quick, a ground out to the pitcher, but then 2 walks, a fly ball to center field for out number 2, and the 3-run homer by Kaylin Burns has given the Green Hill Hawks the lead here. The pitch in for an emphatic strike called.
That's about the first off-speed pitch that she's gotten over today.
Yeah. I think that's the first time she's been ahead of a batter, too. Close. 1 strike pitch upcoming from Jaden Brawley. Just a bit low and outside.
Man, this counter is hot.
Isn't it?
I'm going to take the shirt off and lay up on the counter.
Do a little
get
sunbathing?
Sunbathing, yeah.
Well, you know how to clear out a room.
The scorekeeper might not like that a whole lot.
1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. She offered. They're appealing, and she did not go. It was very close. I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to continue now that I have that stuck in my mind. 2-1.
Just think of yourself on the beach. That'll eliminate any problem you have with that.
That's true too. We've got to be careful up here. There's some people that know people up in this press box today. The vice mayor of the city is here. 3-1. Fly ball into center, but Stembridge camps under it, and finally out of the inning. But not before the the Hawks score 3 runs on just 1 hit, but it was a big 3-run blast. There were 3 walks in the inning, and there was 1 left. Well, let's go get them, Stewarts Creek, trailing 3-0 on State Farm Prep Sports.
Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive offers complete tax preparation, financial, and bookkeeping services.
This is Brett Craig with Craig's Tax Service. From personal tax preparation to business bookkeeping, payroll, and taxes, at Craig's Tax Service, our staff is here to help.
Get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
As a former Siegel Star football player, I know the importance of the high school sports experience. Good luck to all county student athletes.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
We're catching up with Anne-Marie Brents at Rick's Barbecue, 212 Warrior Drive, another one of our great local businesses.
Yeah, it's a big family business. Knowing that my grandparents started it, to see it evolve and what it is now, it's just been really cool, and I love it. It's just something I'm very passionate about, and customers have been great to us as well.
Whether it's a quick meal, feeding the whole family, or catering, Rick's Barbecue can handle it all.
It's really something I'm really passionate about, very blessed and thankful for.
Rick's Barbecue, 212 Warrior Drive.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
This morning's game, that's right. Get you some breakfast sandwich and cuddle up with us here. Sir Pizza, sponsor of our game and coaching show podcast. Find them at WGNSSports.com or wherever you listen to audio. Sir Pizza on East Main, South Church, and Memorial. I thought I was a teacher again. I had to get up at 6 this morning.
Oh, man, I know.
Oh, no, you don't know. We're like 5 minutes from here. You probably got up at 7:45.
What do you mean up at 6 this morning? We were on the air at 6:11.
Oh, well, yeah.
You were thinking about it, though.
Uh-huh.
I made a really good decision 2 nights ago, John, to go to Sir Pizza.
You did?
I did. And I got a pizza and took in around half first night. In the air fryer last night, man alive.
Let me count those calories on that.
Oh, don't worry about it. It was good. Well, it's Chloe Quiggle, the sophomore, to lead things off here for Stewarts Creek here in the bottom of the first. And the first pitch outside from Chloe Marseille.
Marseille is manicuring the field as well.
Got 2 Chloes facing each other right here. The 1-0. Fly ball into left. Burns camps under and makes the first out. And that retires Quiggle. Quiggle, Stembridge, Sandifer, Brawley, the first 4 in the Stewarts Creek lineup, and that has been consistent. I think for most of the season, her lineup. Just a few minor defensive changes here and there.
One thing about her lineup, there's really not a weak spot. I mean, they may not have as much power as a team, but I'm telling you, from 1 to 9, they've got hitters.
Got to respect every batter. Jalen Stembridge is in with a 1-0 count. Hits this one hard down to third. Stockwell digs it out, throws to first. And so that's 4 pitches and 2 outs for Chloe Marseille.
It's always a lift for a team, though, if you can get runs early. Greenhill hit them with a 3 spot. That's so important in a game like this.
And
it relaxes you for the first game particularly.
Yeah, and it may put a little pressure on Stewarts Creek. Don't know how they react to that, but a solid
well, after you've hit 3 runs, if you've gotten 3 runs on them, and then you shut them down, if she can go 3 up, 3 down, then you've really set up a little tone here. And there's bubbles. It's the Lawrence Wilkes Show. Wow.
Count is 2-0 to Samaya Sandifer.
If it keeps up, we'll have a bubble delay.
Somebody's got a little bubble maker over there. They bring everything to the softball field. Ooh, she got a strike up and in. So it's a 2-1 count now. Love to have a base runner somehow here. Change up, sails high and outside, and it's 3-1. We'll take a walk, Samaya, won't we? Plays third base. She pitches quite a bit. Softball gets away from another field, I think. It's another thing you have here. The fields are close together, and a foul ball sometimes makes it onto another field's playing surface. 3-1. Sandifer fouled at the plate. Well, she took off, and I'm not sure Marseille, it would have been a close play. I don't know if she would have been able to get her or not. No one will know, and the count goes full. The pitch on the way. It is a walk. There we go. Samaya Sandifer reaches on a base on balls. And that does put today's starting pitcher, junior Jaden Brawley. John, their starting lineup, I'll give you here after this first pitch. Fly ball into shallow center. It's going to drop in front of Davis. And a 2-out hit following the walk, and there are 2 on here for Stewarts Creek.
Well, Alexis just hits one out of here. We're tied up.
Yep. Lexi Pope. So their lineup is sophomore, junior, 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 freshman, junior, sophomore, freshman.
You're saying they'll probably be back?
Yeah. From my recollection, I think there's only one senior on this team. And that's Anna Kate Bales.
Made senior night kind of quick.
Pitch is across for a strike on the outer half. Left-handed batter here in Lexi Pope. Now that is going off of Coach's lineup card. Hit right up the middle. It's going to get through. They're going to send Sandifer, and she's safe. And a run is in. 3-1. There you go. Brawley to second. And Lexi Pope at first with an RBI single.
A little two-out magic here. That's a big run.
John, the Quiggle and Stembridge retired on 4 pitches. And then the walk got things started. And that was a full count to Sandifer. She drew the walk, and then it's been back-to-back hits. Now Addison Brawley, the right fielder, is going to step in. Could help drive in Big Sis, who is down there in scoring position at second. Two on, 2 out, 1 run in, and the pitch outside. We have done many games here on field number 1. Inside, outside, behind the plate. Well, like the table behind the plate. 1-0 pitch hit into left field. And Brawley is going to stay at third. They did not send her. The bases juiced. Back-to-back-to-back hits now. And now this is going to bring out some conversation from Green Hill.
Well, it tells you that means it's time to talk about Ideas Tees. It's the place in Rutherford County for school spirit wear, printing, embroidery, specialty items, and more. And they've moved. You now find them at their new location at 111 East MTCS Road, right across from MTCS. Stop by and shop. They're officially licensed MTSU Blue Raider merchandise from Raider Tees, including tees, polos, hats, and more. Ideas Tees can put your logo on just about anything. Visit them today and see how they can help promote your favorite team, workplace, or organization. Now located at 111 East MTCS Road, right across from Middle Tennessee Christian School. Learn more at ideastees.com.
Well, Coach Savannah Sanders, went out to talk with not only Chloe Marseille, but the entire infield came in. Stewarts Creek has the bases loaded, still trailing by 2 runs, and Elena Wilson, the batter. And this one sails low and inside for a ball. All of this with 2 out. 2 outs, then a walk, back-to-back-to-back singles now. Pitch in the dirt, throw down to first, and back safely over there was Brawley, who was leaning, had to dive back in.
Ooh, she would have hated to go back to the dugout if that had happened.
Are you kidding me? I could just picture in my mind the Jennifer stare, Fernandez Patterson. Scares me. Hit into center field, and under it with a nice grab is Davis. And that's going to end the Stewarts Creek first. Well, got some back here. 1 run on 3 hits. There was a walk and 3 big Lady Redhawks left. We've completed 1, and your score is Green Hill 3, Stewarts Creek 1, Spring Fling 32 coverage on State Farm Prep Sports.
Your home, your auto. Together, they're where life happens. I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. It's smart to protect them together to help life go right. Give me a call at 615-873-1700 and let me help you by combining your home and auto.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck, duck, goose. You do anything to protect your kids. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and it's important to protect them with life insurance. I can make it easy and affordable for you to protect your family.
Since 1966, Fans Heating and Air has been a symbol of quality for Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. For friendly, complete service on Amana, Bryant, or American Standard Heating and Air products, Fans Heating and Air will do it all. Fans specializes in new homes, custom homes, or existing buildings. Give Fans Heating and Air a call today, 615-893-7930. Good luck to all of our schools and student athletes from Fans Heating and Air.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Tonight's game, or today's game, or this morning's game, brought to you by good neighbor State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, located in Smyrna at 199 Indian Springs Road. Give him a call at 459-2683.
8-9-1 due up here for Green Hill, and Brawley gets the first one across for a strike to Julia O'Donnell. She's the designated player, then Alex Frost, and then top of the order. Need a 3-up, 3-down right here. Miss Brawley, pitch, fly ball, left field, and it's going to be over Pope's head. It goes over the fence, so it's going to be a double.
Well, you know, in that case, it probably helped her, because if that bounces off that fence, she might have stayed at first. But give her a double.
I know that pains you, doesn't it?
I don't like the fences.
And we're going to have a pitching change. So, Coach Jennifer Fernandez has made the call to the bullpen, which is just a call to third. Samaya Sandifer going to be your new pitcher. Ideas T's call to the bullpen. We'll be right back. She's getting in her warm-up tosses and see if we can settle things down here. We'll be right back. State Farm Prep Sports.
Middle Tennessee Christian School, training for eternity.
People love to see us on the schedule when they have a home game because our fans show up.
MTCS President Matt Tiller.
The way we travel is just phenomenal. Our parents and our community are fully engaged in our school. When we compete, we're trying to do it in a way that honors God. We want to win. We also want to do it in a way that pleases Him.
Providing Christian values and academic excellence in a nurturing environment. That's Middle Tennessee Christian School. Invest in the future of your child. Find out more at mtcscougars.org.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance takes great pride in treating local athletes here in Rutherford County. Experts in joint, bones, and muscles. And with over 65 specialists, TOA has a playbook to get you back in the game. To request an appointment, visit TOA.com or call 855-NEED-TOA. Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance. TOA. Live your best life.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Sandifer to face Alex Frost. And the first pitch to her is low for a ball. Brawley has given up a homer and a ground rule double. The 1-0 on the way. This one sails inside. I think Stewarts Creek was thinking the bunt was on with O'Donnell down at second, because Wilson, who went from first to third, was playing in. Brawley goes to first, by the way. This is not out of the ordinary. All right. No friend there, 3-0. Stewarts Creek fans have been pretty quiet, but there was some groaning on that one. See what Sandifer comes back with to Frost. Showed bunt, pulled it back, and wound up walking her. Well, John, right now the walks are what's killing us.
Yep, that's been the bit bugaboo.
Fourth walk of the game, first for Sandifer. That takes us back to the top of the order, and Reagan Walter. 2 hits, but they've both been pretty substantial. want a 3-run homer to give them all their scoring so far. We're in the top of the second inning. Pitch, showed bunt again, but got a piece of that one. I mentioned that Vice Mayor Bill Shacklett was here. I think he's running the scoreboard on another field. Everybody gets involved with spring fling. It takes thousands of volunteers. Couldn't pull it off without them, actually. Oh, 1. Showed bunt, pulled it back. I don't think that touched the bat at all, so it's a 1-1 count. So Greenhill trying to advance O'Donnell. Well, I guess Frost too. She's on. 2 on here. Bunted down the first base side, and it's a good one. They do get the force out over at first, but it advances O'Donnell to third. Frost goes to second.
That was a good bunt, but that was also a good play by Jaden. Being left-handed helped her there. Made a nice throw.
I don't think she gets an out at any other place either. So.
Well, that was a really good bunt.
I mean, it just kind of sat and spun there on the first base line. And give a tip of the cap to Fox for coming over, knowing she needed to cover first. Kendall Davis, who got all of the walk stuff started back just last inning, is the batter, and she is in the hole, or she is ahead here, 1-0. Sandifer gets that strike across. That was a riser that finished outside. One thing about being up here, we can see the motion in the pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Close to that same spot out there. John, I kind of feel like I'm in an air traffic control tower.
Now you're complaining.
No, I'm not complaining. I was just thinking I've got the headset and everything, you know.
You probably qualify.
1 ball, 2 strikes. A little nubber, and up with it. Oh, Wilson threw it to first, and it hit off of somebody. I don't know where it wound up going. It's going to get a run across, and now they throw it wildly, but
both runs score.
Both runs score.
It goes out to right field and hit off the helmet of the runner.
Wow. Well,
that's going to be an E5. I was surprised they didn't go home, really.
So 2 more runs are in. A costly error. Kendall Davis gets all the way to third.
And only 1 out.
Unfortunately. So Avery Stockwell walked and scored a run in the first. Is your batter. The pitch popped up in the infield. It's Quiggle who's going to camp under it, and then called off by Fox, and the ball's going to drop in front of her, and another run is in. That ball was just inches into the outfield grass. And now Coach Fernandez is bringing everybody in. Everybody. And she is hot. I mean, she even made the outfield come into the pitcher circle. She made her point.
Well, she hates when there's not communication. And that's one of her big bugaboos, I think, and that's what she's trying to let them know. Somebody's got to call that. 6-1.
Yep. 6-1 Green Hill.
Now, what is that, a base hit? I didn't see the play.
Nobody touched the ball.
Okay.
I mean, it dropped right in front of the two players there. And the batter is Whipker. And she's ahead now, 1-0. I think there have only been one or two batters that Stewarts Creek has gotten ahead in the count. And that's been tough to deal with. Swing and a miss. Went upstairs and got her swinging. So 3 runs in the first and 3 here in the second for Green Hill. They lead 6-1. We cannot keep digging this hole any deeper. Swung on, popped it up left side. And now Quiggle says she's got it, and a circus catch, but made it over there on the left side, right near the third base line for out number 2. It's hard to think this is just out number 2. Well, this is who you really did not want to see come back up. Kaylin Burns got the first hit of the game, and boy, was it a big one. 3-run shot. Swings and misses on the first pitch. John Stewart's Creek's got enough firepower in their lineup that never say never with this bunch, but you can't keep giving them 3-run innings.
No, that's for sure.
High for a ball, 1 strike. Need one more out here to get out of this mess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7th batter here of the inning, and they batted 7 last inning too. Pitch right through the hole between short and third. So a 2-for-2 day for Burns. Runners at first and second, as Stockwell goes to second. Watson, the 8th batter of the inning, Taylor Watson. Sandifer came in after the first batter in this inning. First pitch of ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Watson walked her last time up. The pitch, high, and it is 2-0. 4 hits in the game, 3 hits in this inning. It was the walks last inning, and the homer, of course. 2 singles and a double here in this one. 1 more out to get. 2-0 to Watson. Strike across. Called strike, 2-1. I had someone text me, what are you doing tomorrow? I have no clue yet. We've got so many teams to try to get in. Fouled back. Take the count to 2-2. So we're going to get Stewarts Creek and we're going to get Siegel in today. We will get Blackman in tomorrow, as they will play, win or lose, their 4 o'clock game today. And Blackman baseball is playing at Oakland. Siegel baseball playing at Siegel. 4A tournament starts today, this afternoon. 2-2, fouled back into the screen. Do our best to try to get some Eagleville in here as well. To get out to Eagleville and back to Murfreesboro and get in multiple games, especially with baseball, is really hard. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Popped up in the infield. Quiggle is under it and records the out. Another big inning for the Green Hill Hawks. They score 3 runs on 3 hits, a walk, and 2 left stranded. Well, time to go get some more runs here. Stewarts Creek, they trail Green Hill 6-1. State Farm Prep Sports.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law Offices of John Day. For more than 30 years, my team and I have worked hard to help injured people throughout Middle Tennessee. Over that time, we've helped thousands of people get the legal help they need when they've needed it the most. And if we're not able to help or aren't the right lawyer for you, we'll do the best to point you in the right direction. If you've been injured, call the Law Offices of John Day for a free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless we win your case.
Quick, convenient, efficient. 3 words that we all hope to experience when we do business. Our goal at JHA Company is to bring just that to an industry that's traditionally dictated to the customer when it's time to do business. Whether you're purchasing class pictures in a yearbook, class jewelry, a letter jacket, school spirit wear, or senior graduation products, we strive to make the experience quick, convenient, and efficient. Find out more at jhacompany.com. JHA, your one source for an unparalleled scholastic experience.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Our game today brought to you by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, Parks Auction, Craig's Tax Service, and Dr. Automotive.
Brian and John here with you, and the news has not been great thus far, but we are still very early here in this game. Bottom of the second, 6-1, Green Hill. Riley Willis offers at the first pitch and sends it foul. It's 8-9-1 for Stewarts Creek. Both pitchers, well, I guess all 3 pitchers, there have been some long innings. Willis, the sophomore. Change up that sails high. She thought about it, but did not go around. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Ooh, comebacker. Right through the middle. Hot shot past Merced, and a leadoff hit for Riley Willis. And that's a great way to get things rolling here in the second for the Lady Red Hawks. Kenzie Johnson, the freshman, going to run for Riley. So Johnson at first, and the batter, Lily Fox. And John, in the pregame show, which seems like a decade ago, you were singing her praises. We've seen her do some big things here in the postseason.
Well, she's just steady, and she's a pretty good clutch hitter.
Yeah. Second baseman for the Lady Red Hawks of Stewarts Creek.
Just a freshman.
Indeed. Tried to bunt it. Going to pop it up and behind the plate. So she's now in the hole here. 0-2. Well, this place is crawling with people. I bet they have a little, maybe a little cabin fever. They got here yesterday ready to do big things. Going to pop it up, and it is going to be into the net. Kept it from going into the crowd, but now Nate Williams of Parks and Rec is going to have to get his little cherry picker out here, and he won't do it. He has people that does things for him, but come retrieve that softball. Another 0-2 pitch, and this one is sent into center field. Back-to-back hits. Great start here in the second for Stewarts Creek. Johnson running for Willis goes to second, and that takes us to the top of the order. I'm not sure what Coach Sanders is asking. She's going to make a pitching change. So it's the Ideas Tees call to the bullpen for Green Hill. We'll take a break, come back, tell you who the new pitcher is when we come back. State Farm Prep Sports.
For 150 years, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee has been helping local businesses with their banking needs. Hi, this is Justin Burris, commercial banker at the 1708 Gateway Boulevard office. Let us show you how easy it is to do business with a true community bank. Local people making local decisions for our friends and neighbors like you.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
Life's too short to stress about insurance. That's why Ray Call at Rayburn Insurance is here to make sure you have the right coverage without all the hassle. He'll work hard to provide you with personalized service and finding the best solutions for you and your family. Whether you're looking for auto, home, or business insurance, Rick Hall's got you covered. Rick Hall at Rayburn Insurance Agency. Let him handle the details so you can focus on what really matters.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Softball.
The new pitcher, Julia O'Donnell, sophomore for Green Hill, gets a strike over to Chloe Quiggle. Chloe Mercé was the flex player, so O'Donnell just comes in out of the dugout. No other changes. Pitch low and outside. 2 hits to start this second inning, and both starting pitchers go out after an inning. Fly ball, left field, well hit, very well hit, and out of here. Chloe Quiggle is going to touch them all. That is runs 2, 3, and 4. Well, that's one way to do it.
Well, wind blowing out to left, and she creamed it. Well, that gets you right back in it.
Yes, it does. It's never, I mean, a 5-run lead, that's pretty big. But Stewarts Creek, I mean, we saw him come back twice in that Wilson Central District Tournament game, so you just never count them out. Outside to Stembridge. So that would be 3 runs on Mercé, I think, right? 2-0 to Stembridge.
2, I believe. The home run would be on O'Donnell.
Yeah. Now speared by the third baseman, hit right to her. Jalen Stembridge lines out to third. And that's the first out of the inning. Quiggle cleared the base paths with that home run. Now we just need more base runners. Cut that 5-run lead down to a 2-run lead for Green Hill. Another shot down there to Stockwell. She knocks it down, throws, and safe. The throw was wide over to Watson. So Samaya Sandifer reaches. Now the question is, well, the umpires are going to come out there. I wonder if they're going to runner interference here. I hope not. But that's probably what is being discussed, wouldn't you think?
I think so.
They say she's safe. Well, I guarantee you, Coach Sanders, well, no, she didn't come out of the dugout, but when you've got your fist and you're moving it up and down, she is not happy in that Green Hill dugout.
E5.
He's going to ask. So your batter is Jaden Brawley. And she's got a 1-0 count now after the first pitch is a ball. Sails outside. Brawley at the plate here represents the tying run. And the pitch on the way. Flied out to right field. Page makes the grab out there. Kind of hung up in the air. Looks like, John, it's left center field that's the favored spot with the wind blowing that way.
Going right out left field, left center.
Brawley hit that the other way. So Lexi Pope. She singled and drove in the first run and the only run in the first inning. And takes a ball on the first pitch. Well, John, every pitcher that's been in that circle has struggled getting that first pitch across as a strike. This one fouled back.
I mean, that wind is pretty fierce. I mean, it's going to make plays. If it goes over, if it's over your head, it's going to stay over your head.
Low for a ball, 2-1. And the thing about the temporary fences out there, John, a low screamer that, you know, would maybe be up against the wall, it could go over at just a few feet in the air.
Yeah, it didn't have to be much.
Another ball thrown, so it's a 3-1 count. We will take a walk too here. Lexi Pope, Addison Brawley on deck. Love to see her come up here. 6-4, Green Hill. Popped it up into the screen. Count full. Sixth batter of the inning for Stewarts Creek. The 3-2. Shot down to first, and Watson's going to pick it up and run it over to the bag to record the out. Well, the inning does draw to a close, but a pretty good one here for Stewarts Creek, where they score 3 runs on 3 hits, including that Chloe Quiggle 3-run homer. There were, there was 1 error in the inning, and there was 1 left on. Your new score after 2, 6-4, Green Hill over Stewarts Creek. State Farm Prep Sports.
Winners Trophies can help you with customized awards for any occasion. Owner Kelly Hockenberry continues to provide awards for sports teams, churches, recognition awards, and more. Call Winners Trophies at 904-6002. That's 904-6002 for the best in quality, service, and pricing. You can also email Kelly, winnerstrophy@comcast.net. That's winnerstrophy@comcast.net. Any award for any occasion. Winners Trophies, 904-6002.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
If your old unit needs a tune-up, the professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air service all major brands and even offer same-day service in most cases. Keep your home or business comfortable year-round. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your Ring Pro partner heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass. Online at PrenticeAllsup.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Back here at Starplex. And the batter, Jayla Page, kicking off this top of the third. Samaya Sandifer back in the pitcher circle. And it's a 1-0 count to Page. 0 for 1 today. Another one that's outside. Sun-drenched afternoon. After day 1 of spring fling was pretty much nixed, baseball and softball for sure. Pitch sails low, and man, it's been a tough day in the circle. We have not had a 3-up, 3-down inning. In fact, we haven't had a 6-up, 6-down inning. Let's hope this one is. And the 3-0 is called a strike on the outer half, and Page was headed over to first, but the umpire says no. That was a strike. Three balls, one strike. The pitch. Got a strike called on the outer half. Nice comeback here by Sandiford to take the count full. And Jayla Page just frozen right there. It might be the pitcher who gets in their groove first here. Helps their team win this game. Now Page steps out. No reason why it cannot be Samaya Sandifer. Here's the 3-2, fouled up. Into the net above the backstop. Three balls, two strikes.
Need to get this first out.
Yep.
That's always big.
Here's the pitch on the way. Fly ball, right field, and it's going to drop out there between right and center field. And a little bobble on the throw-in. The runner does get to second, but I think she had turned the corner before they even made the throw. So it was down 3-0, got it to a full count, fouled back, and then the fly ball to right center. And Julia O'Donnell is the designated player and now the pitcher. She's not the DP anymore. She is your batter. One ball, no strikes. The count to her. Runner at second. A little nubber to the pitcher's circle. Sandifer makes the throw over to first. She did look to see if she could make the play over to third. So got that out, but not before John the double.
As good as a sacrifice, but she wasn't sacrificing. She was trying to hit the ball.
Page is at third now. Alex Frost, your batter. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes a strike on the outer half. She spells Alex A-L-Y-X. I don't know that I've ever seen that.
Alex.
It could be Cajun. They end everything with an X. 0-1 on the way. No one inside. You know, Jennifer Patterson, assistant coach Stewarts Creek with Jennifer Fernandez, said she mows and listens to the games. You know, listens back to the podcast.
What a great coach.
That wasn't coaxed out of you or anything.
No.
1-1. Strike. Willis held it there, and the umpire obliged. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. She credits you for a lot of things.
I bet. I don't know what I'm credited for.
1-2, swing and a miss, and the first strikeout of the game. That's right. First strikeout of the game, and it's a big one there. 2 away. Now back to the top of the order, and Reagan Walter, who's grounded to the pitcher, and a sac bunt in her 2 plate appearances. And this is now her third, and we're in the 3rd inning. That tells you what kind of game it's been, but it's been the same both sides. First pitch sails low. I think you gave Jennifer her first job, though, right?
Yes.
In the county.
I've given a lot of people their first job.
That could be a blessing or a curse, I guess, right?
Well, yeah.
1-0 outside.
She owes nothing to me. She's a talented teacher.
Two and 0. Sandifer's pitch, a little low. 3 balls, no strikes. We're in the third inning, by the way, if you're just tuning in. It's 6-4 Green Hill. And Stewarts Creek needs an out here to get out of this third inning. Love to see nobody score in an inning for once. But this one low, and it's going to be a walk of Walter. Sandifer's second walk, and the 5th walk of the game by Stewarts Creek. John, Stewarts Creek could very, very easily win this ball game, but you're not going to win many ball games walking 5, 6, 7, 8 people.
No, it's a bad trend right now.
Outside for a ball to Kendall Davis. Green Hill has only walked 1, but they have given up 6 hits, including a 3-run blast by Chloe Quiggle. Green Hill, 4 hits. Fouled back, right side. 1 ball and 1 strike. Top of the order here. Green Hill, top of the third.
I think game 2 is going to start a little late.
Yeah, I don't know what game 2 is on this field. Two, 1-1 rather. Sails low and taken off to second is Walter. Not even a throw. Catcher indifference there. No stolen base. 2 balls and 1 strike. Your count to Kendall Davis. There are 2 out in the inning. Need to retire Davis here. And now she steps out. Now back in, ready for the pitch. Swung on, popped it up right side, and it is going to be out of play. It actually hit on the tarped covering. Smallest piece of metal that it could find.
I can remember when they didn't have those. Those tarps. Oh gosh,
you would roast